The only place that is more perilous to live than prison is the outside world. Following one violent crime after another, it becomes clear that human nature had some significant defects. Of course, not everyone feels compelled to cause harm, but there are far too many who not only feel compelled, but actively seek it out. Welcome to the Pedal Network, the place with all-round information. Before moving on, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to extend your support. In this video, you are going to find out the top 10 most dangerous prisons worldwide. So without any delay, let's dig right into it. Number 10. Camp 22, North Korea. Camp 22 was a North Korean jail that closed in 2012. Human rights violations, human experimentation, and sadistic mistreatment had all occurred in Camp 22, and its existence was constantly denied by North Korea's leadership. It was also called the Horion concentration camp. The conditions in Camp 22 were among the worst ever seen, with over 1,500 to 2,000 people dying each year from malnutrition alone, most of whom were children. Torture methods used on inmates included hanging, water torture, box room torture, and kneeling torture. They were also the subjects of untrained medical officials who used them as test subjects for surgical procedures, killing them in most cases. North Korea's concentration camps had always been an open secret, while concealing all its dealing. One facility that was a hell on earth was ADX Florence Supermax facility in the United States. We'll tell everything about this penitentiary if you stick with us long enough. Number 9. Rikers Island Prison. Rikers Island Prison is a correctional facility in New York City. Rikers Island, a New York prison, has a history of inmate violence. Because of the beatings and killings he witnessed, a prison guard named John Reyes characterized himself as daily afraid in 1991. Because of the prison's violent history, it is now one of the worst prisons in the world. Thanks to several jail reform initiatives, the number of stabbings per year has decreased from 70 to 1,000. It wasn't easy for us to believe, but there is a safe prison. Prisons are designed to function as rehabilitation institutions for those deceived or gone astray. However, nobody is born a criminal. Events in a person's life bring out the darkness and evil, turning them into a monster. So it was easy to understand afterward that safe prisons could be a thing. Number 8. Alcatraz Island Prison. Although Alcatraz Island Prison, off the coast of San Francisco, California, has been closed for many years, it was formerly home to some of the world's most dangerous offenders. Al Scarface Capone was one of its most famous inmates. The prison was notable for violent escape attempts, the most well-known of which was the Battle of Alcatraz in May 1946. Because of its terrible image and expensive maintenance costs, Alcatraz was compelled to close its doors on March 21, 1963. In 1861, Alcatraz was designated as housing for military offenders, and it hosted a broad group of prisoners in its early years. It was initially envisioned as a naval defense fortification. There were 19 Hopi Indians from Arizona Territory who quietly fought government attempts to assimilate them, and American soldiers fighting in the Philippine-American War who had sided with the Filipinos in 1900. The Pacific branch of the U.S. military jail was established on the island in 1907, and the contemporary prison structure was built 4 years later. The U.S. Army handed over the jail management to the Civilian Department of Justice in 1933, and Alcatraz was used as a federal prison for some of the most dangerous criminals in the United States from 1934 through 1963. Number 7. San Quentin Prison, USA. San Quentin is California's oldest prison, and it has housed an alarming number of serial murderers and rapists. It's also the state's only prison with a gas chamber and death row. When a death row prisoner was being uncuffed on January 25, 2006, he chopped a guard's arm. Over 100 convicts were injured due to racially motivated attacks in February 2006. San Quentin has always had and will continue to have a problem with violence. No matter how many guards are on duty, this jail will remain one of the most dangerous. Number 6. Black Dolphin Prison, Russia. Black Dolphin Prison is a Russian correctional facility that houses some of Russia's most heinous criminals, including serial murderers, terrorists, rapists, cannibals, and pedophiles. Inmates are moved between buildings by guards bending them over, grabbing their tied hands behind their backs, and blindfolding them so they can't plan escapes or harm prison personnel. During this 16-hour wait period, inmates are only allowed 90 minutes of activity per day and are not allowed to lie down or even sit on their bunks. Black Dolphin Prison is ranked 22nd on the list of the 25 most violent prisons in the world, with an average of 5 people killed per convict, and its 700 inhabitants have killed a total of 3,500 people. Number 5. ADX Florence Supermax Facility, USA. Compared to a maximum security prison, a Supermax jail provides a higher level of confinement and surveillance. Which would you prefer, maximum security prison or Supermax jail? Give us a like if you choose the maximum security and a dislike for the latter. The ADX Florence Supermax facility is located in Colorado. It is notorious for housing some of history's most heinous criminals, giving it the title of one of America's most brutal prisons. As of July 2021, ADX is escape-proof and accommodates 344 inmates. Solitary confinement is used for 23 hours a day, and inmates are closely observed. A man entered a drugstore in Baltimore, pulled out a gun, announced a robbery, and covered his face with a hefty bag mask. He realized he had forgotten to cut eye holes in the mask at that point. No one has to tell you he was arrested. Number 4. Diyarbskir Prison, Turkey. Diyarbskir Prison in Diyarbskir, Turkey, is well known for its heinous conditions. One of the tragic blemishes of the prison's history is kids' incarceration for life sentences. The prison guards, not the convicts, are responsible for the institution's aggressive behavior. In 1996, a situation occurred in which captives were severely abused by guards and police. 10 convicts died, and another 23 were injured due to this disaster. The UK, home of the Queen, has some of the most dehumanizing prisons the world has ever seen. It might not be too surprised if you know their history and past. We'll take the HMP Belmarsh Prison, more bottomless, which can be found in the United Kingdom. Number 3. La Sabaneta Prison, Venezuela. Venezuela's La Sabaneta Prison is located in South America. The prison's facilities were built to hold 15,000 inmates, but it now holds 25,000. With only one guard for every 150 convicts, the facility is severely understaffed. The prison has a reputation for violent events. In 1994, 108 convicts were killed in a brutal gun duel. In 1995, jail violence resulted in the deaths of 196 inmates and the injuries of 624 others. We have a lot of shocking information in our upcoming videos, just like this one, so be sure to subscribe before leaving. Number 2. Tadmor Military Prison, Syria. Tadmor Military Prison near Palmyra, Syria, is widely regarded as one of the most brutal jails in the world. Every part of it was designed to degrade the people there, said Amnesty International. In June 1980, the most infamous occurrence in the prison's history occurred, and President Hafez al-Assad survived a Muslim Brotherhood assassination attempt. In retribution for the attack, he is said to have ordered soldiers to execute any prisoner in sight. Tadmor was closed in 2001 and then reopened in 2011. Today's conditions are no less harsh. Since we're talking of crimes, what's the worst crime you've been arrested for? Write a comment to let us know what happened. Number 1. HMP Belmarsh, UK. This is one of England's 3 maximum security prisons. All manner of men has been imprisoned at Belmarsh, with terrorist convictions the most common. Even while the prison provides offenders with educational, physical fitness, and workshop opportunities, it is nevertheless a location where inmates are subjected to prison violence. According to the report, the degree of violence has escalated since the last inspection, with 49 assaults on staff and 58 on other inmates, making HMP Belmarsh one of the world's top 10 most dangerous prisons. So guys, this is all about top 10 most dangerous prisons worldwide. Which one of these prisons shocked you the most? Do tell us in the comments section. If you like this video, do consider subscribing and hit the like button. Share this video with your friends and family members. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you here soon.